Chat, who up, Stalin they PP. Welcome to stream, folks. We are nearing the end of Aqua Hideout. We've got some, I'm not gonna say some scary fights. Honestly, it's mostly just one pretty scary fight. But through the power of human ingenuity and slamming my head into the brick wall until it broke, I did find a pretty solid answer to grunt number 7. Grunt number 8 isn't difficult per se, but it has a shadow tag Wobbuffet that you need to play around, so you gotta be a little cautious. Once again, I love that shirt. Thank you, Pyo, as do I. It's why I like wearing it for streams. It's very cute. It's very demure. But before we dive into our adventures in running and bunning today, chat, can we fucking give a round of applause for friend of the channel, Han Von Varley, for absolutely crushing a steer out of Pyre Tag earlier today. I don't know if it's necessarily a steer, because I think you had like prepped for, you know, if shit went wrong in that specific kind of way. I know you kind of like knew that this is what you might do in that scenario, but she got some of the worst possible RNG she could have gotten out of turn 1, and managed to make it work, and all it cost was an Azumarill, which, while sad, is fewer things than it cost us. Heartscale, Custat Berry, and 2 bodies. Anyways, though, let's take a look at what we've got to work with today. So there's some fiction. I'm not gonna lie to you, chat. There's some fiction. We need Slowbro, we need Corviknight, we need Kecleon. No, we don't need Kecleon. We need Slowbro, Corviknight, we need Altaria, we need Mega Altaria, Kecleon, we need Dragonite, and we likely need Seismitoad. So, this Caracosta's a son of a bitch. It has a Quick Claw. Its ability is sturdy, so you can't one-hit KO it. It has Stealth Rock. It is just really difficult to work around. It does a lot of damage with Stone Edge. It does a lot of damage with Hydro Pump. Both of those moves can also just like miss, so you can't pre-damage. Ice Beam can freeze you. This thing is a deceptively monstrous lead. So we're gonna PP stall it. That's right, chat. Not only are we gonna PP stall it, we're gonna get kind of silly with it. So, step 1, we are going to teach Slowbro Natural Gift. Export, import. We are going to give Slowbro the Lagging Tail. So we are actually kind of punished for having a 31 speed Slowbro. This Caracosta is pretty dangerous because of that Quick Claw. I feel like I hear a cat chewing on something. Creatures of the night. Art thou getting bunctious? Perhaps not. So, what we are going to do is, there is a 2.5% chance that it clicks Stone Edge instead of Stealth Rock's turn 1. That is the first risk of the fight, because Slowbro is going to be clicking Future Sight. So the thing is, because this guy has Quick Claw, his attacks, or specifically, he is slower than us, but he has Quick Claw. It is, like, not super fictional that, like, it's essentially a double crit scenario, where if we take, like, a high roll crit into, like, 2 crits from Stone Edge kill us, high roll crit into high roll regular Stone Edge kill us, and because of Quick Claw, we slack off, then it hits us. So if Quick Claw procs and we got crit on the previous turn, it comes in and hits us big, it could down us. So to make this as consistent as possible, we have given Slowbro the Lagging Tail. This is functionally the opposite of Quick Claw. it means that Slowbro always goes last in its priority bracket. Neither of these Pokemon have moves that have plus or minus priority. So we are able to always use our slack offs after it uses its attack. So there is still some fiction, but Caracosta would literally need to crit 5 times in a row with Stone Edge. It is a high crit move, but that is 8 times... Hold on. 8 times 8. Fucking calculator. 8 times 8. So that is... 1 crit is 1 in 8. Then it becomes 1 in 64. 1 in 512. 1 in 4096. That's a shiny. And 1 in 32,768. Should be fine. Now there is technically some fiction turn 1 where there is, like I said, a 2.5% chance that it clicks an attack instead of Stealth Rock. We are only scared if it clicks Stone Edge turn 1 and crits, which is like, 1 in 500 or something like that. It's very, very unlikely. And even then, we're only at risk of if it crits again, and even if it gets a max roll Stone Edge crit, there is a decent chance it just goes for Stealth Rock next turn anyways because it doesn't see the kill with Stone Edge. It seems scary, but in all likelihood, it's very, very unlikely. Now, we need to specifically stall out 5 Stone Edges, 8 Hydro Pumps, 1 Stealth Rock, because it's just statistically impossible that this thing doesn't click Stealth Rock while we stall out the other 2. And we can't hold a Lepa Berry. So, what we are going to do is turn 1, use Future Sight. Future Sight always does 50% of its max HP. This will be important for later. And doesn't matter if it crits, it can't kill Caracosta in 1 hit, which is also important for later. So Future Sight 1, we're assuming Stealth Rock's 1. So we need to stall out 13 PP. To do this, we have given Slowbro slack off, obviously. We will use it every turn that it clicks Stone Edge. Once it runs out of Stone Edge, Hydro Pump likely, if it starts clicking Hydro Pump and at any point we are at max HP, we can click Natural Gift twice. We aren't holding a berry. Natural Gift does 0 damage. We have taught Slowbro it to be able to stall turns without doing anything. The nice thing is we actually don't need to stall 13 turns. We only need to stall 12. 13, but that's if we get the worst possible RNG, but also didn't die to Stone Edge. Because a reminder, Stone Edge can miss, Hydro Pump can miss. We would need to take that's Hydro Pump's damage after a crit is 38%. Pretty fictional. But if we end up, we only need to click Future Sight once and Natural Gift, because it's 14 PP we have to live. 10 slack offs, 1 Future Sight. Yeah, so it's 1 Future Sight and 2 Natural Gifts is 13 PP to stall out 14 PP. At which point, on its final Hydro Pump, we can swap to Altaria. With Stone Edge up, we lose 25% of our max HP, and then we lose up to another 30 from another Hydro Pump. This is fine. This is absolutely okay. At this point, it will only have Ice Beam PP left. We are going to swap to Corviknight, who has been pre-burned, and is holding a Lepa Berry. Critical hit Ice Beam does 38.2%, plus 6% from burn is 34. So very unlikely. Also worth noting, Corviknight is faster than Caracosta, so if Quick Claw doesn't proc, we lose our flying typing. So Ice Beam does even less damage. Corviknight, I believe it is impossible for it to die to Caracosta. Also, because it's a flying steel type, we are neutral to rock damage, so we only lose 1/8 of our max HP on switching. So, super duper safe. And we're just going to click Roost 10 times until it runs out of Ice Beam. Now, at this point, it will only have Stealth Rocks. But because of that Future Sight we clicked on turn 1, Caracosta is below half max HP, which prevents it from switching. This lets us do a little bit of setup. So what's going to happen is, first, we are going to swap to Altaria. Altaria can live a critical hit Hydro Pump max roll plus 2 hits of Stone Edge. We are going to Mega Evolve and click Roost. We are doing this so that way we can be pre-Mega Evolved for when we actually need Altaria later. Except there's more to it than that. We are going to roost once or twice to get back up to full HP. And then we're going to click Perish Song. As mentioned, Caracosta is below 50% max HP, so it can't swap. We are going to swap to Slowbro and click Future Sight. Caracosta, so Perish Song, 3 turns to death. Swap to Slowbro, 2 turns to death. Click Future Sight, 1 turn to death. On the following turn, Caracosta will die. It can only click Stealth Rock. So, we swap to Kecleon. We have pre-damaged Kecleon because it's not taking any damage from Stealth Rock. It has 20 PP. We don't need to worry about accidentally getting struggled on. And once Kecleon hits the field, Caracosta goes down. And we have pre-damage so that after Stealth Rocks, the first thing that comes in is good old Octillery. Now, we have 1 turn until Future Sight goes off. We click Fake Out. Fake Out does 18%. Future Sight happens. Does about 50%, a little more than. And then, on the following turn, we click Sucker Punch. Octillery dies. This Octillery is a fucking demon, but we are relying on the fact that it is actually faster than Kecleon to get it in second instead of Starmie. Because it also is the thing that sees the most damage, we can perfectly manipulate it in. Yes, hold on. Doing some thinking. Yeah, because it always sees that. So the one thing that scares me slightly, but I don't think it's an issue, is I'm pretty sure Starmie comes in third. I'm not 100% certain. No, because Goodra I don't think ever sees out. Well, Dark type doesn't change anything. Yeah. Body Press does 126. It never sees a kill. And, oh, that's right. We click Sucker Punch, so Analytic Bug is active, so Starmie thinks we're faster than it. So it sees a kill with Hydro Pump. Point is, even if Starmie doesn't come in next, which it should, we're fine. I'm pretty sure. Because we also have Ice Punch for Gliscor here. So essentially, Starmie hits the field. This is unfortunately where we have to take our first death of Aqua Hideout. We are going to swap to Seismitoad, who is going to be pre-damage. Well, Seismitoad, can I teach you Natural Gift as well? Seismitoad, do you learn Natural Gift? Secret Power, no. Okay. Do you learn any moves that don't do anything, my guy? How much does Rock Smash do? I mostly just, really need to make sure that Seismitoad doesn't accidentally kill Starmie. Because that would be bad. Funny as that would be. The alternative is to just pre-damage Seismitoad enough so that it shows a kill to Psychic, and then just click Mud Shot. Yeah, there's no what's your hidden power type, bud? Ghost. It's actually good here. Wait. It'll be fine. We can pre-damage low enough so that way we always die too. Because the thing is, we need to be hit by Starmie at least once to get 1 tick of Life Orb recoil on it. Because once Seismitoad dies and Starmie loses 1 tick of Life Orb recoil, we are then able to bring Kecleon back in for free. Kecleon, Fake Out plus Sucker Punch does about 90% minimum. Lets us kill Starmie after at least 1 bit of Life Orb. And obviously, because what I'm looking at here is if Starmie misses 30 Hydro Pumps, and we have to accidentally fight Gliscor with Seismitoad, we could be in a situation. But that's really unlikely. We just have to pre-damage a little. Because we can't, unfortunately, pre-damage to where we just, swap in and die, because we need the Life Orb chip. Yeah, we're so fine. Point is, Seismitoad comes in on Starmie, dies, bring Kecleon back in. Kecleon does Fake Out, Kecleon does Sucker Punch, kill Starmie. Kecleon has taken a second round of Stone Edge chip. At this point, Kecleon has Ice Punch. Essentially, AI just goes for the first thing that's faster than us. Even though we show a kill to Gliscor, it should still come in before Goodra, which I think is also part of the reason that Starmie comes in third no matter what, is just nothing, like, out-damages us, I'm pretty sure, so it's just Starmie, Gliscor, Goodra. It's just, like, thing that is faster than us in party order. Sorry, I'm doing kind of a poor job of explaining this. Gliscor hits the field. With the amount of chip we have taken from Stealth Rock, we only show kills to Earthquake. And because of Ice Punch, it never goes for Sword Stance because it sees that we have a slow one-hit KO. So it only goes for Earthquake. We swap to Dragonite. Dragonite takes nothing from Earthquake, loses a quarter of its max HP to Stealth Rocks. But we give Dragonite the Never Melt Ice. We teach it Ice Punch. Freaking it too strong. All right. And then at most we take 60% from critical hit Facade, plus 25% is 95%. Obviously doesn't kill. Now, in comes Goodra. Do you remember like 30 turns ago when we pre-Mega Evolved Altaria? It's for this moment. Because Goodra is most likely to click Dragon Tail. It sees that we fast 2-hit KO, so it never clicks Curse. If we swap to Altaria, we take Stone Edge and we take Dragon Tail and we get forced out, and that just doesn't work. Because we have pre-Mega Evolved, we take nothing from Dragon Tail because we're a Fairy type. Once we hit the field, we 2-hit KO with Hyper Voice. Funny enough, it's actually really likely to Curse turn 1 because it sees that it's faster than us and we don't 1-hit KO it. But by doing that, it becomes slower than us and dies. Oops. So that's the line. I think it's pretty good. So what's... Hold on, let me find the... I had originally done this with Rapidash in mind, but we decided that Seismitoad just does less force than Rapidash. Okay, swap to Octi, swap to Star, swap to Size. Okay. Fast overheat buttons are just nice to keep around. They really are. Oh, and the other thing is, if for whatever reason I'm wrong and Goodra comes in instead of Starmie, we do the Altaria thing. Thankfully, it doesn't matter whatever Goodra clicks, even if it clicks Curse turn 1. And then it should be, I'm pretty sure, like, Starmie after... Yeah, after we beat up Goodra, it would just be Starmie, and then we would send in Seismitoad to do the Kecleon thing and go into Gliscor. So if Goodra comes in third for whatever reason, the line should be fine. I don't think that's possible, but it's the only thing that Kecleon doesn't show a one-hit KO to, so, but I don't think that matters if they're faster than you. Okay. Yeah, so pre-damage Kecleon to 178. Pre-damage. And chat, the Perish tech I was really proud of, because the original version of this line required Kecleon to have Life Orb to be able to find all of the KOs that it needs. But this lets us use, because now that we're able to use Fake Out on Octillery, because Caracosta dies the turn we swap in from Perish, we can, like, we don't need the, like, extra damage bump to secure that KO, which means Kecleon is able to have enough HP to always bait Earthquake on Gliscor. Pre-damage, Size 2. Water Ground, I think, is just ×1 resist to rock, right? Yeah, so that's 1/16. Psychic against Seismitoad. See, funny enough, if Rapidash was able to beat Starmie, that would be fine because it would just show Gliscor a kill with Earthquake, but Seismitoad doesn't do enough damage with Ice Punch to threaten it because its attack is, I'm pretty sure, less than Freaking It. It is. And freaking it gets stab on everything, which is really fun. Okay, so Seismitoad versus Starmie. Psychic is 138. Not going to bother leveling Seismitoad up. 272 divided by 16 is 17. 138 plus 17 is 155. So pre-damage, size, so 155 HP. To prevent the funniest fiction of all time. For what it's worth, it would be some mythological fiction. All right, let's get the prep done. I also got to text my wife so she can bring me my coffee, because I asked her to bring it up to me when it finished brewing, and she did not. But she also told me to text her because she's watching Evangelion right now, and she's very engrossed. All right, let's hit it. File. Okay. I really should watch that at some point, huh? Yeah, I guess it's like formative media for T-girls. I don't understand why. I guess Shinji Ikari is an icon. Okay. So, first things first. Did we take off everyone's items? We did. Did she remember that I asked for no creamer in my coffee? Because I hear clattering around. Chat, do you hear the approach of my beautiful wife? My beautiful wife hates me. Hey, we are, what did I call it?
I didn't say my side of the bed, I said my pillow.
Okay, fair. I'd say we're practicing relationship anarchy.
You also left down my side.
Well, you know, no one can be perfect. Feels bad to lose Breek. Like, we're gonna be sacking Breek. We haven't done it yet. We had to decide between cast forms, Seismitoad, and Rapidash, and unfortunately, Breek does the absolute least out of all of them. Hold on a second, chat. Sorry, I had to talk with my wife. Hi, Izzy, welcome to stream. But yeah, no, it was either going to be Camion, the Rapidash, Breek, the Breek, or cast form. And funny enough, we are keeping cast form alive simply because it's so good at dying. Because cast form is so weak and frail and soft, in gym battles where you can't pre-damage, you can basically guarantee send cast form in against anything to just like die in one hit. Which is utility. Camion clicks overheat. It's our fastest thing that clicks overheat. Has Fire Lash, has some other utility. Like it's got some stuff it can bring to the team. Unfortunately, Breek kind of hasn't done anything since Flannery split. Let's have a Breek. And like when I was discussing this with Hannah earlier, she's like, unfortunately, like your box kind of doesn't have any do nothing bums. Like all of your dudes are a little too strong. Oh, there you are. Freaking it. So like there are none in particular that are like great for sacking. Wait, hold on. I need Altaria. That's who else. Altaria. Rip girl, you were kind of an asshole. Oh no. I'm sorry to kill your piece of shit whuppy dog, Curses. But it has to happen. It's a shame, though, because our Slowbro is faster than this Caracosta, this is risky. If we were slower than it, we could just give Slowbro a Lepa Berry and win immediately. But instead, we gotta use Lagging Tail. Dude, honestly, one day I want to play Run and Bun again, just so I can understand what it feels like to use the Iron Ball. I feel like that shit's gotta be busted. Lepa Berry. Like, it's so funny, because I don't miss it, right? I don't feel how bad it is to not have it, because I've never had to... Like, I've never had the blessing of having it on me in the first place. Okay. We also... Oop. Who am I giving something to? Altaria. That's right. Sterling needs Altaria Knight. Freaking it needs his kick-ass sunglasses. Deirdre needs Never Melt Ice. Deirdre notably doesn't one-hit KO Gliscor every time with Ice Punch, but it's a we're slower than it, so it's just an Ice Punch into E-Speed if we fail to find KO. And Breek, you're there. Okay, let's go do moves first. So first things first, it's faster if we run. Oh shit, thank you very much for that gift sub, Sealy Court Official. I have that letter from Star to Talendum BT-dubs. Do you want it now? Or, oh, that's a tough question to answer. You can't do that to a girl. Oh goodness. Also, I do hope you don't mind that, we are in fact dead naming Starling, because, look, it happened before it happened. That's right, it's not a dead name. I was going to say, the plan was if it was a boy Swablu, it would be Sterling. If it was a girl Swablu, it would be Starling. Okay. Alright. That being said, your girl's about to do some fucked shit, comma complimentary. So, first things first, we are going to teach Kaylin Natural Gift, so it can do nothing. Get rid of Fire Blast. This is genuinely such a funny line. Okay. Now we hop on Willow's back, fly on down to Mauville, and we need to teach Dragonite and Kecleon Ice Punch. Ice Punch. Which Pokemon will learn this freezing technique? We literally aren't even gonna click Ice Punch on Freaking It. It's just there to look threatening. Okay. And now we teach Dragonite Ice Punch, who will be clicking it. Deirdre's real good at clicking those. Okay. You know what? I know what I'm going to give, Breek. No, wait. I should go to the Pokemon's menu first. So, go to Breek. Item, give. Breek, you get to hold on to Swagger. Confirming Starmie does not secretly know knockoff. It does not. It has the moveset every Starmie has. Hydro Pump, Psychic, Ice Beam, and Thunderbolt. I was gonna say, Hannah, were you the one I first heard that from? Because it's really funny. We also need to make sure that we get our guys leveled up. Specifically Sterling, which I don't think Sterling even really needs it, but better safe than sorry, you know? Confirm that my Sterlings in here are 81. They are. Okay, but yeah, no, it's funny. I'm a little nervous about this fight, but literally it's like, it is the most fiction of anything in Aqua Hideout. And of course, knock on wood, you know. But like, oh shit, reasons to give you, hold on, better approve that. Reasons to give you letter in advance. Don't have to pause game to read it. Gives you time to consider response. I can still get a live reaction via Twitch. Reasons not to. Chaos Junkie. That's a good point. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Being able to formulate a response in advance is a pretty good justification. We are going to apply a status. We are going to burn Dear Willow. Okay. Tools. Scripting. File. Load recent script. Run and bun. Unavailable script. Pre-damage. Copy. We are pre-damaging Kecleon, which is slot 4 to 178. And we are pre-damaging Seismitoad, which is slot 6 to 155. Chat, are you ready to watch me do a pee-pee stall? Again? April is notoriously good at doing those. Lagging Tail, Future Sight, Natural Gift, Slack Off. Pre-burned, Lepaberry, Nose Roost. Hyper Voice, Altarionite, Roost, Paris Song, Black Glasses, Fake Out, Knockoff, Sucker Punch, Ice Punch. Never Melt Ice, Ice Punch Extreme Speed, TM37. All right. Let's, there we go. All right, chat, I need your fortune. I need your fortune, I need your blessings. Pio, blesses upon you. You've got this. Little snake kisses. Thank you very much. Sending you my remaining luck. Literally, all I need is like a microgram of luck. There is not a lot of luck required for this. Also, chat, something we never grabbed. Fun fact. Saving just in case I'm totally off base here, but I'm pretty sure this is the Master Ball, and if it's not, the documentation lied to me, and I get to reload. It's the Master Ball! If we are truly desperate, we can go and try and get our Helram encounter. Now it is right, left, right, north, through here. We already fought that guy. We already fought this gal. There are no items in here, I don't think. I don't know where that sends me. I don't trust it. And I believe we already fought that guy. I think that was the Ferrothorn guy. I'm saving just in case. Cool. All right, final check. Kaylin knows natural gifts. We have Ice Punch on Kecleon. We have Ice Punch on Dragonite. We have pre-burned Corviknight. Kecleon has been pre-damaged to 178. Breek has been pre-damaged to 155. And now item checks. Lagging Tail, Lepaberry, Altarionite, Black Glasses, Never Melt Ice, TM37. Alright, chat. Genuinely, the riskiest turn of the fight is the first one. Which I think is funny. So the only way we're scared here is if Caracosta goes for the 2.5% chance to click Stone Edge, hits Stone Edge, and gets a decent crit. We are going to click Future Sight. Quick Claw. We're slower than it, so... Stealth Rocks, okay. Scariest turn done. Now, we need to hope that it doesn't crit us 5 times in a row. We are going to click slack off. Fiction dodged. We live. That was it. Given the more crits we dodge, the better. Ideally, we don't want to have to use Altaria in on the thingamajig. Click slack off. We're just going to do that until it runs out of all 5 stone edges. Fiction extra avoided. Now, this future sight is to prevent Caracosta from switching later when it only has ineffective moves. We click slack off. 2 stone edges remain. We click slack off. 1 stone edges remain. And the nice thing is that because we aren't doing any switching here, we can also double check my PP count based on like our current PP. So slack off. Missed. Perfect. Okay, it's out to using Hydro Pump now. Because we are at full HP, we can use our first natural gift safely. Go down to 7. Slack off. 6 Hydro Pumps. We're at full HP, so we can safely get in our second natural gift. The claw is law. Five pumps remain. Four pumps remain. Just confirming that is 1 from Future Sight, 7 Slack Offs is 8, 2 is 10. 5 Stone Edges, 6 Hydro. Ooh, did I count wrong? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 7. 8, 9, 10. And that's 1 Stealth Rock, 5 Stone Edges. I do think I miscounted. Hold on. Because my thing only shows 4 Hydro Pumps left. Yeah, I'm counting the Future Sight. So that's 1 plus 7 Slack Offs and 2 natural gifts. Like, am I crazy? Hold on. Break out of curiosity. No, we can't. You take too much damage. That's funny. Because, yeah. So this would have been 1. Neutralized with the Stealth Rock. 7, 8, 9. Wait, no, I'm totally right. I'm just doing my math wrong. Yeah, no, wait. I'm pretty sure we totally have it right. 5 Stone Edges plus 1 Stealth Rock plus 4 Hydro. Yeah, no, you're totally right. I just did my math stupid. Because, yeah, we've used up 9 PP of attacking moves, 2 plus 7. I don't know what the fuck I was going on about. We click Natural Gift. 3 pumps. We do not need to incorporate Altaria, which is nice. Slack off. Critical hit. Do another one. Okay. So this should be the final hydro pump. Because that's 9 plus 3 is 12. Sorry, what? Yeah. Is 12, and there's 13 PP of attacking moves that aren't Ice Beam. So I'm going to click Slack Off. That should be the last pump. I need to stop doubting myself, man. Okay. It can now only click Ice Beam. So we are going to swap to Willow, who cannot be frozen because she is burned. She loses an eighth of her max HP to Stealth Rocks. Okay. We would prefer to see no Quick Claw, so that way it hits us with Ice Beam while we are not a flying type. Ice Beam caps like 38% here. Off of crit. Okay. 8 Ice Beams remain. Jesus Christ, this thing really is saying the claw is law. My God. Oh yeah. I'm glad we dodged the fiction at the start. Okay. 2 roosts equals 3 ice beams. Heist beam. Oh my God! She's fucking going insane. Like, we shouldn't ever be able to die to this, but at this point, I'm just impressed, right? Like, holy shit, girl, calm down. Okay. This is Ice Beam number 6. Lepaberry restores our roosts. Another one. What's wrong with this guy? It's a 1 in 5 for Quick Claw to proc, chat. Just for context. So it'll be out of Ice Beams when we have a single Roost PP left. Just a heads up. So I have a way of double checking that. Okay. This is the last beam, and it got another one. Okay. Chat, if you remember when we set up, when we used Future Sight at the start of the fight, it was because it always got Caracosta below 50% of its max HP. This makes it so that it is incapable of swapping, even though it can now only use an ineffective move in Stealth Rocks. So, we get to kind of play with it a little. We are going to swap from Willow to Sterling. Sterling loses a quarter max HP. Okay. We are going to Mega Evolve and Roost. This is so that way we're pre-Mega Evolved for later. We gotta fag up early, chat. That's not gonna go over well in the YouTube VOD. I forgot I can't say that. Okay. Also, it used 1 Stealth Rocks. This should be next Stealth Rock. Now we're gonna get funny with it, chat. Again, It cannot swap out because it's below half max HP. So we're able to set up Perish Song to kill it without needing to do anything. Three turns until Caracosta dies. Now, we are going to swap to Kaylin. Kaylin takes a little bit from Stealth Rocks. Kaylin is going to set up Future Sight. And now, chat, because of the setup we did earlier, it cannot swap out. So Caracosta is going to die. Future Sight is going to hit the thing that comes in behind it, which will be Octillery, because we are swapping to Kecleon. Damn it. Damn it. I'm really sad I didn't get to the funny thing. Okay, Breek gets to die. So, chat, I've been lying to you. I've been lying to you a bunch. This stream was titled 50-50 because that was the chance that Breek got to live. Fun fact, if you use Perish Song, they can actually swap out on the last turn of Perish Song, and we wanted this to happen. Unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. This is fine. It just means that we have the one death rather than no deaths. Should be Octillery. We have to wait a turn for Future Sight to hit. So to get there, we're going to click Fake Out. I'm going to guess that exclamation mark join was hoping for a Discord link, and if it's not, ignore me posting my Discord link. We're now able to... So this Octillery has Sniper, it has a Quick Claw, it's just a menace, but with the setup from Future Sight and Fake Out, we are able to get it with Sucker Punch. Now, if I understand things correctly, it should be going down the line, and we should see Starmie in next. Good. Unfortunately, we lack the ability to just fucking kill this guy. Hydro Pump's gonna do a lot of damage to us. We can't afford to take that. We have to reset Fake Out. So we are going to... Oh yeah, but so if Caracosta ended up swapping to Octillery instead of staying on the field, once we killed Octillery, Caracosta would have come back in, letting us swap to Sterling, set up Perish Song, swap to Kaylin, set up Future Sight, go back to Kecleon to kill Starmie. It was really funny. We send him Breek. I was planning on doing like a fake, like, what do you mean it can switch? Is what I'd say if I was a fucking moron. But it didn't happen. Thank you for your service, Breek. Swagger indeed. Loses some HP to Life Orb. Bring Freaking It back in. Freaking It takes some stocks chip. 128 is a fine HP to be at. We get it with Fake Out. I would have been so happy if we got the Deathless version of this fight. And we Sucker Punch for 74.2%. Next in is Gliscor. Because we have Ice Punch, it can't use Swords Dance. At our current HP, it is always going to click Earthquake. We are going to swap to Deirdre. Okay, take some stones. Dodge a Quake. It's poisoned. Facade does at max 60% to us after a crit. We do Ice Punch. Bonk. That was still like 15 out of 16 rolls to land that. Last in is Goodra. Goodra sees that we have a fast 2-hit KO, so it cannot click Curse. I believe its highest damage move is always Dragon Tail, and it can click it because we don't show it a 1-hit KO. We are going to swap to Sterling, who takes less damage from Stealth Rocks because we're no longer a flying type. And we're immune to dragon moves. So it'd be really funny if it clicked Curse. We're gonna click Hyper Voice. Aqua Tail's fine. Does like 13% without crit. Gets a little bit of leftovers regen. That's fine. We do 55% min. Lane line, thank you, Hannah. It would have been so... I'm so sad that I didn't get the clippable moment. I really wanted to play into the fact that we kept having little fuck-ups, failing to understand PP stalls. I'm like over here trying to like seed the information in your brain. Remember, Caracosta can't switch because of this thing I went out of my way to do, so clearly there's nothing wrong here. It was a coin flip. And I went into this fight expecting to sack something to get into Starmie, so it's not exactly like, you know, let's just say there's a submarine at the far end. Cool. Me first. Neat. It is sad to lose Breek, though. That was our first guy after our starter. I blame the swag TM. But yeah, no, and then I would have been like, you know, like, fuck a Galissapod. Who the fuck needs a Galissapod to do this fight deathless? Not me! It did need to, I needed a Galissapod to do that fight deathless, but it's okay. It's okay. Your Breek too swag, they're gonna kill you, Breek. It makes me sad because the 6-pack is nearly extinct. Member of the 6-pack, member of the 6-pack, member of the 6-pack. We're down 3 of them. We have Eldegoss still. I don't know if you count Hamilton. I count Hamilton spiritually as being a member of the 6-pack, even though it technically wasn't the Growlithe that we caught. Your Smoke too tough, your Breek too bad, your Fit too different, they'll kill you. I won't be staying to watch, but I wanted to stop by to say hi. I'm gonna go play Peak. Well, thanks for popping in for a sec, Rose. Make sure to get your streak bonus. I count Hammy, yeah? Then yeah, we are officially down half our members of the 6-pack. But damn it, we still got Torterra. We still got Pari. I don't know why I called you Torterra instead of Turtle. And we still have Ham, Wham, Thank You, Ma'am, Bam. Sent you the letter. Oh, golly. Well, hold on a second, chat. I need to see a thing. I need to see a horse about a man. Okay. B2Dub was Seamus a sack. Seamus was complicated. Seamus was April not understanding how recoil worked, but Stoutland was basically always going to die there, yeah. It was just we didn't have a good answer for Chell's Delcatty. Like, Tweelier and Seamus died in the same fight. And you know what? Seamus did some stuff for us. More than most Stoutlands do. Arguably one of the worst gets on... yeah, no, it's funny. So when I was reading the description for recoil, it said like, you know, not submission, retaliate or whatever. You take recoil equal to 1/4 of the damage dealt, rounded down, but no less than 1. And my brain interpreted that as saying recoil can't reduce you below 1 max HP with this move. No, that's not true. That's not true even a little bit. It's you can't reduce the recoil damage to be less than 1. Oop. That being said, though, I joked about I gotta see a horse about a man. I do actually, really need to piss, so I'll be right back. Pardon the delay. I had a headache, or I have a headache. I think I got a little too psyched up for that reveal, and it hurt my brain. Also, I read the thing. It's quite good. I've got thoughts. I'm formulating that response now, gamer. All right, chat. Oop, that's the wrong thing. Let me get a different song. This theme is honestly way shorter than I thought it was. Ooh, that's kind of funny. Sure, why not? Oh, it's only a 2 minute 24 second. Yeah, we'll just do this one. Welcome back. Thank you, Pio. So, rest in peace, Breek. I'm sorry that you had to go out like that. Unfortunately, there was no better way without winning the RNG check. I showed you my ficlet. Please respond. I mean, well, I respond to it on Friday, don't I? Unless I hold on to it because I'm fucked up and evil like that, but I won't. RNG killed so many. So chat, this is the only other fight in Aqua Hideout that has 6 Pokemon outside of Admin Matt. And guess what it involves? You might recognize this. It's another PP stall! No, you shouldn't need to. Well, I do need to make sure. It's literally not even a full PP stall. We just need to PP stall out the Focus Blasts.
Are we doing it right now?
Not right now. I'm just showing chat the line before we get into it. Also, rest in Breek. We lost the coin flip, so Breek died.
Did you tell them the funny bit?
Yeah, I told them the bit after it didn't swap out. I'm like, damn it.
Funny bit today.
Yeah. Well, also, just like every Pokemon I get to save is a sack for later, you know? Okay. Have fun. Nah, you can draw into an inside straight. I believe in you. What does that mean? Okay. So. For this fight, this music though. Oh yeah, this is the Elite Four theme from Gen 5. Okay. So for this fight, we need Roserade. We need Corviknight. We need Excadrill. We need Basculegion. We need, I don't know why I said it like that. We need Garchomp, and we need Dragonite. Noivern can theoretically also do, but I like Dragonite here more, I think. Roserade gets the Life Orb. Export. Import. Corviknight gets, I think just another Lepa Berry. Yeah, that's funny. Excadrill gets the Soft Sand. Basculegion, it kind of doesn't matter what item it's holding. So, I don't know. I might... Yeah, probably just Spell Tag. Garchomp needs the Shed Shell. And as a just in case, Dragonite also needs the Shed Shell. Okay, first things first, Rillaboom. It sets up grassy terrain. It's got Grassy Glide. It's a priority move. It's got high horsepower. It's got Endeavor. What does grassy terrain do? At the end of every turn, all Pokemon that are touching the ground regain a 16th of their max HP. And the moves Magnitude, Bulldoze, and Earthquake have their power cut in half, or it's like cut down by like 33%, but it's a substantial nerf. Rillaboom here has a Focus Band, piece of shit that it is. So why not Toxic it? So we're gonna send out Roserade against Rillaboom. We're gonna get hit by a high horsepower. Critical hit, high horsepower does at most 86%. We're fine. We're fine. I need to confirm something really stupid. Life Orb. And loses 10% max HP after the attack. Yeah, okay. Hannah, you're here right now. You don't lose HP to Life Orb clicking Toxic, right? That's not a thing that's real. Clicking a non-attacking move. You don't, LOL. Cool. So, we click Toxic. Toxic has 10 PP, just confirming. It does. And it's perfectly accurate if used by a poison type. So, we're going to Toxic this Rillaboom. It's going to click High Horsepower into us. We're going to swap to a Corviknight. Woodhammer does at most 33% after a crit. It has Endeavor, which drags our HP down to its HP, which is a little annoying. But it's fine, though. We are just going to send in Corviknight and click Roost, because I don't believe Endeavor can ever drop our HP low enough to then die to a Woodhammer. Because we are slower than Rillaboom, so if Endeavor drops our HP down to its, we then Roost afterwards to heal back up. Same goes for Woodhammer Grassy Glide. So, Rillaboom cannot kill us. Hannah, feel free to double check me on this, but I'm pretty certain that, yeah, we are at no risk here. By virtue of being slow. It's like the same principle as to why we wanted Slowbro to hold Lagging Tail last fight. Once we kill this Rillaboom, we will, we will Roost. Yeah, because it acts before us, so we always Roost afterwards, and then it dies to Toxic. Okay, that's the important part. Sorry, I'm like triple checking myself because this thing has a lot of mechanics that we don't normally need to worry about, but yeah. So we will have at least 50% of our max HP, which means Tentacruel doesn't see a kill, Ludicolo doesn't see a kill, Ampharos always sees a kill, and only with Thunderbolts. This is really good for us. Ampharos here, unfortunately, has Static. Dumb question. 30% chance of making contact with this Pokemon will be paralyzed. Hannah? Can ground types get paralyzed off static? I don't think it matters. They can. Okay. Thankfully, I don't think it matters. Because Waterfall is 71%. Yeah, because we'll be at full HP. Ooh, but no, at that point, Obstagoon, specifically because we show a kill to Tentacruel, Ludicolo. Okay. That's interesting. I assume High Horsepower makes contact. Torterra getting static in Watson Gym, clicking Stomping Tantrum into Pikachu is pretty classic. That's funny. Okay. So, let me think about this. Once it runs out of... Okay, that's not good. Ah, damn it. Okay. Okay, so what's the line if we get paralyzed? Hidden Power Ice does 37%. Yeah. Okay, well, let's assume... Okay. If we're in a Hell World and we accidentally bait in Ludicolo next, swap to Dragonite, beat Ludicolo. I do think that would be... Dragonite comes in, beats Ludicolo. We outdamage Obstagoon. We likely outdamage Tentacruel. So it would probably be Wobbuffet. And at that point, Roserade shows slow kill to Obstagoon. Shows slow kill to Tentacruel. Oh, it wouldn't be a kill. Hold on. This is annoying. Because the original plan is Excadrill hits the field. Yeah, because we can't pre-status Excadrill. Yeah, no. In order to successfully PP stall. I mean, if we pre-toxic, actually, we lose 1/8 of our max HP. Because every time we swap in Grassy Surge or Grassy Terrain, healing happens before toxic damage. Okay. So we would come in, get healed, lose a 16, lose an 8. That might be too much damage. No, it wouldn't matter because Ludicolo is slower than us. Okay, I think pre-toxicing Excadrill works here. So the idea is to swap between Excadrill and Basculegion until Ampharos is out of Focus Blasts. At that point, Excadrill KOs Ampharos with Soft Sand boosted high horsepower. The reason we have to PP stall is because it has Quick Claw, so if it Quick Claws into Focus Blast, that could just kill us if it crits. Very dangerous. So the nice thing here is that if we're pre-toxic because of Grassy Terrain, we always heal off the amount we take. We would essentially lose 1/8 of our max HP. Ooh, but do we get knocked low enough to die to Scald? That's the question. We might get knocked low enough to die to Scald, and yeah, that would be an issue. So assuming Quick Claw, proc, Hidden Power Ice, 2700, ooh, not 00, 270 minus 100. Although, how much does... Basculegion takes too much for HP Ice. Yeah. Because the other version of this is like being able to like get some chip in and pre-damage and stuff. Or not pre-damage, but just like get some chip in. I mean, it is only level 80. Doesn't change things much. Okay. So we go down to 170. We regain HP, we lose HP. So we're always down 1/16. Yeah, I think it's way too much. It's so unfortunate. I mean, if I was able to, like, set up Tailwind or something, but that's not really possible, no, is it? Not without doing a significantly more involved PP stall, but then we risk it switching. Okay, so the world where Excadrill gets paralyzed. Unfortunately, we can't pre-damage in a way to show a kill to Obstagoon and then not Tentacruel. 79 is 71. the other annoying thing is that Ludi can go for Swords Dance. Not that it would matter, because it gets off 2 hits. Yeah. +2 attack, critical hit, Grassy Glide does 41.6. Don't think that drops us low enough to be outdamaged by Sludge Bomb. This is so solvable. I just thought that I had it ahead of time. It's just so frustrating. Okay. Yeah, you know, we'll do this. We'll do Deltarune all battle themes. Because, yeah. Excadrill needs Soft Sand. Because, like, we can show the kill to Tentacruel to stop it from coming in, but... yeah. I mean, okay, what happens if we get a +1 speed? Okay. But then at that point, we're also faster than Obstagoon, so I think it would still be Ludicolo, right? Because we can't show a fast kill to Ludicolo, basically anyway. Do we have anyone else who can kill this Ampharos? Sure, Roserade, why not? It's really funny. Like, okay, of my 2 guys who know knockoff, I definitely can't use Caracosta. I could maybe use Electros, but it'd be kind of dicey. Because the thing is, we're supposed to kill Ampharos, bait in Obstagoon, who clicks Close Combat on Excadrill, swap into Garchomp, take that like a champ, drop its stats, kill it with Brick Break because we're 1 point of speed faster than it, bait in Wobbuffet, swap to Roserade, stall for 7 turns against it with Toxic, Wobbuffet dies, in comes Tentacruel, kill it with Leaf Storm, and then in comes Ludicolo, who swap to Dragonite and kill. Okay. Scald, Giga Drain, Toxic Spike, Sludge Bomb. Worth noting, Torterra can fight this thing pretty well. Yeah, if I heal up to max HP against it. What happens if we use Delmise? Bait's Hidden Power Ice instead of Thunderbolt is what happens. Not great. Kind of what we're trying to avoid. Could use Wall Rain. But for what? OMG, I just found your Tumblr post of this stream. I haven't seen you post in so long. Yeah, no, I don't bother doing it, but like it keeps getting on my ass about it, and it's totally right. I should be doing it more, so I'm trying to be like more of a real streamer. Because the other thing is that we really want to make sure that this Obstagoon is clicking knockoff on the turn we're getting not knockoff, close combat on the turn we're getting Garchomp in. So that way its defense drops low enough for us to then outspeed and kill it with Brick Break. Just kind of awkward all around. I mean, what happens if we just get lazy? Nothing, actually. That doesn't fix it at all. We have a minus attack nature. Fuck! Boosting our max HP probably would fix it, though. Yeah, 61% on Scald. I suppose I could pre-damage Excadrill, so that way it always baits in Tentacruel next for like fast kill. It would need to do a lot of pre-damage probably. Well, at that point, pre-tox should do it just fine to prevent us from healing in the grassy terrain. Like, bait in Tenta on Scald. Which, like, doesn't do that much to Roserade, but it kind of does. I don't know. It's so annoying because our best thing to kill Tentacruel is also Excadrill. Okay, let's get rid of Dragonite. Let's put Eldegoss on the team. Because in this world, if we're baiting Scald, we can swap to Eldegoss to take the Scald. Drop its speed. Swap back to Excadrill to get the KO with high horsepower. And then after that, that would be Obstagoon, I think. I don't know if I'd be able to guarantee. Well, because the nice thing about Tentacruel versus Eldegoss, right, is that it's always either Sludge Bomb or Toxic Spikes. So we might be able to still control for a world where we do this, and then 51%. Let's knock off range. 109. Or sorry, 130. But because we just need to get Obstagoon onto the field, right? But we have to account for not getting hit by Hidden Power Ice and getting crit by Hidden Power Ice. Which is frustrating. I don't know if we can guarantee knockoff. Or close combat. Because, like, if we kill Tentacruel early, we don't need Dragonite for Ludicolo. We can just use Roserade. Because after we kill Wob, Ludi comes in and just dies to Sludge Bomb. Even if we got hit by a boosted Grassy Glide, it does less damage than a Sludge Bomb from Tenta would have. Okay. I feel like we're maybe getting somewhere, right? Is our Excadrill currently level 79? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It is currently level 79, so let's explore if being under-leveled helps us here. I guess not, because we don't kill with high horsepower. Okay, we need to be at least level 80. Which is interesting. 68%. And then we would lose another 1/8 of our max HP if we were pre-tox. .6 is a lot, but also it raises the range that knockoff could get us from. Because, like, if it hits Garchomp with a knockoff, Does anything really happen? Yes, because Garchomp needs to have the Shed Shell. Yeah, something absolutely happens. I'll break your fucking dome. This is so annoying. Our line was so clean. It was so elegant. Because we also definitely still need the soft sand, so we do have to pre-status Excadrill. And like... there's just no way to get rid of that Quick Claw, right? What happens if I Perish Song this guy? Probably nothing, right? Let's assume we're burned Mega Altaria. Oh, we show a fast 2-hit KO to Wobbuffet. Not the Tentacruel, and then Tuesday Bug applies. Don't forget to stretch to drink water. Got my meter right here. Okay. It's also worth noting we don't actually guarantee that Tentacruel uses Scald, unless our HP is really low. Because, like, do I have anyone who somehow... No. Arcanine, kind of? Kinda does something. Because, like, okay, we get crit by close combat, Citrus Berry procs. But then we're just getting hit by close combat on Arcanine, right? And, like, that doesn't fix our problem. This fucking thing, man. This goddamn thing. I mean, like... I've got to have, like, strats for this somewhere, right? Like, what happens if I bait out all of the Thunderbolts and Hidden Power Ices? I think you can still technically click counter. Like... Okay, let's assume we have frickin' Walrein. Sure. Because Walrein, once it's out of Focus Blasts, can just kind of sit in on HP Ice. I don't know if counter works on Super Fang. I assume it does. It's physical damage. Because if we can get it down to just counter, Yeah, Super Fang from Walrein, assuming its HP is high enough. Because once it's clicking counter, we can spam charm until our HP is full. Counter has like 20 PP. And then we click Super Fang once. Swap to Excadrill, get the one-hit KO. It's kind of not the worst idea. And at that point, is Delmize, but well... Because now my question is, how do I beat Ludicolo, right? Zen Headbutt does a little too much damage. And if we're killing Tentacruel with Roserade, Spadef's at -2. Because, okay, let's look at 24 Thunderbolts, 5 Focus Blasts, 15 HP Ice. So that comes out to 24 Thunderbolts and 20 non-Thunderbolts. Because, like... Yeah, no, I think that's how that works. Assuming it runs out of Thunderbolts, we get to leave Walrein on the field. Assuming it runs out of the Hidden Power Ices, leave Excadrill on the field. Yeah, and that way Excadrill doesn't need the Soft Sand. It can just hold a Cherry Berry. All of this to get around a fucking 30% chance, man. Run and Bun's so stupid. Because we still need to make sure that, like, we get it with a KO move. Because, yeah, Ampharos has less HP than Walrein, so 50% of its max HP. We would basically take 252, which is fine. Because we can just spam Charm into it while we wait for our HP to fill back up. At least I'm pretty sure we can spam Charm. Charm, how much PP you got? 5, but honestly, that should be more than enough. We would need to take some mythologically unlucky... I don't even think it's possible with mythological bad luck. Because, like, okay, we heal 6% of our HP every turn, 6.25. We take 7.8 on a crit. If we got like 20 max roll Hidden Power Ice crits in a row, we might maybe be in trouble if we just click Super Fang after 5 charms. Well, hold on though, because how does counter get determined? Because we might accidentally force a switch, actually. Because it'll run out of moves that aren't Thunder before it runs out of Thunders. Okay, so counter/mirror coat. If the AI has sturdy /focus sash with 100% HP and your Pokemon can KO, +2. Your Pokemon cannot KO the AI, +2. Okay. Yeah, this doesn't work because it runs out of valid moves on Excadrill too soon. Would we need Excadrill, though? We could use Garchomp. Because Garchomp doesn't show a one-hit KO, so counter is a valid move against it. But then... would Walrein need to... Okay. The other thing we would need to be conscious of is bringing in Walrein. We would need to make sure that by the time we bring Excadrill onto the field, Ampharos can't switch out. So we would need to hit it with a Frost Breath, which is fine, because it can't counter that. And then a Super Fang. That would do it. Yeah. Okay. The question still remains, how do I kill Ludicolo? Which is pretty awkward. Like, the annoying thing is that Ludicolo isn't even that strong. It's just annoying. Like... Special attack -2. Okay, do I have someone who could bulk those focus blasts and then also fight Ludicolo later? Because Basculegion definitely can't. What about you, Delmise? Yes, actually. Wait. Yeah, hold on. Wait, Delmise kind of... Delmise is kind of cracked. Hold on. Hold on. +2 attack, critical hit, Grassy Glide, 101. But we're 79 here. 81. That might be it. Because, yeah, okay, we start baiting Hidden Power Ices before we start baiting, whatchamacallit, that's fine. So, instead of Basculegion, we bring Delmise. So fucking stupid. So fucking stupid. Are we really doing, like, 3? We're doing so many stall tactics this fight. Because, yeah, I'm pretty sure this, like, totally works. Yeah, because Ampharos will click counter on any turn Garchomp is on the field, because it's a valid move. At least I assume it is. Yeah, default +6. Your Pokemon cannot KO the AI, additional +2. Yeah. So then it's like, it does that, and then we swap to Walrein, who baits Thunderbolt into Garchomp. It's dumb. But I think it works, right? We can even give Walrein a Shed Shell just in case something goes wrong. Because then at that point, Excadrill just needs, like, yeah, Soft Sand. Or no, it doesn't need Soft Sand. It would need a Cherry Berry. Or Protective Pats. Both work, but, you know. At that point, yeah, we have dropped Ampharos' HP low enough so that way it can't swap out. We swap to Excadrill, and we KO it, and we have full HP after the fact. At this point, Tentacruel sees that it can't kill us, and we can kill it with high horsepower. Ludicolo sees that it outdamages us, and Obstagoon sees that it outdamages us. And its Obstagoon is faster, so Obstagoon will come in for close combat, which is what we were trying to do. Let me just confirm with Switch in AI real quick. Hold on. Master Sheet. So, if the AI Pokemon is faster than the players and deals more damage than it takes, which Obstagoon absolutely does, because we have to make sure that every switch-in happens with +3 priority or more, because if it's +2, then it's Wobbuffet. And we need to make sure that Wobbuffet comes in when we want Wobbuffet to come in. So, like, the really important thing is, like, Garchomp never shows Tentacruel and outdamage, even after getting hit by, like, max roll crit close combat. Because we really want Wobbuffet to come in on Garchomp. And then, yeah, like, Roserade is on the field versus what does the most damage into Delmise? It is Grassy Glide, which is good because Roserade shouldn't show a fast kill to Ludicolo. So the nice thing is we stop it from setting up Swords Dance, because even at -2 special attack, we show a fast 2-hit KO with Sludge Bomb. So it should go for Zen Headbutt into Delmise and then Grassy Glide. Delmise does still need the zoom lens to make Power Whip hit. But, like... This is so dumb. Hannah, I'm not crazy. This works, right? 24 Thunderbolts, 5 Focus Blasts, 15 Hidden Power Ices, and a Partridge in a Pear Tree. Hold on, because... Ooh. We do need to be cognizant of something, which is that, Wall Rain baits Thunderbolt or Focus Blast, so it actually might not work. The Wall Rain damage into Ampha, that's why it would be Frost Breath first and then a Super Fang to get it like a good bit below 50%, but never killing. It would do like, would it be like 60%? In theory, we could just do Frost Breath twice and then Super Fang. But also, now that I think about it, because we bait Focus Blast, we swap to this guy, we bait Hidden Power Ice, we swap to this guy, and then it's actually not guarantee, which is bad. Shit. Arcanine's also pretty good at baiting HP Ice. So annoying. I don't want to have to do only one fight tonight. Like, I feel like we're getting something interesting, but... Because I can't get Roserade back into, like, re-toxic Ampharos. And, like... You know... Excadrill takes too much from HP Ice to be able to, like, come in and start setting up a situation for it to do Focus Blast more. Okay, so let's assume we don't use Delmise, we do use Basculegion. We just don't have a way to get through that Ludicolo. I mean, okay, we swap to it on Zen Headbutt, because it's never Grassy Glide, pretty much ever. I mean, it could be. Corviknight can't beat it through Waterfall. Garchomp does good damage, but not great damage. Ampharos, why do you have to be so difficult? I like had this too. I can't do something dumb with Slowbro. At least I don't think I can. Because that's the other annoying thing. I don't know how long it takes for Rillaboom to die, because it can click Wood Hammer to make it die faster. Also, that would kill Slowbro, so not worth. I say worth as though it would even be like a thing that could work. Okay, what happens if I... Because high horsepower is a contact move. Ah, but if Sludge Bomb poisons, that'd be bad. Rapidash dies to high horsepower. Noivern can do some stuff. It wouldn't want Life Orb. It would want, something else. Because, like, okay, what happens if we do a line where we just use Noivern, right? I suppose the nice thing about Woodhammer is that the minimum damage that it does in recoil is, enough to kill Rillaboom, but I suppose once it sees that we can kill it, it'll just start clicking Grassy Glide, so that stops it. Which is both upside and downside. Essentially, that means turn 1, we can lock it into clicking Grassy Glide. I just don't know how this fixes anything, though, right? But let's assume we beat it with Noivern. It's still probably Ampharos in next, yeah, for Hidden Power Ice, which makes sense. This does mean we don't need Corviknight. Okay. Let's look at this line in earnest, because we do need to recess. This is so frustrating. Okay. It always goes for Hidden Power Ice. Odds of our HP being low enough for Thunderbolt. Because of Roost, I don't think our HP could ever be low enough for Thunderbolt. Because against Rillaboom, after we hit it once with Air Slash, it's going to be clicking Grassy Glide for the rest of its life. So we can just Roost against it. And, like, Grassy Glide goes before us, so that's also nice. In comes Ampharos on Happice. Now, for that... I suppose worth noting, I could still swap Basculegion in on a Hidden Power Ice, and then it just baits Thunderbolt. So, Basculegion, where are you? Basculegion baits Thunderbolt. Excadrill. Yeah, we eat HP Ice, we bait Thunderbolt into Exca, baits Focus Blast into Bask, repeat, repeat. Until it runs out of Focus Blasts. Then it's Walrein and Garchomp. This probably works because then Noivern's able to consistently take care of Ludicolo later. Ludicolo, once we do some damage to it, it gets stuck in a loop of clicking Grassy Glide. This might do it. It frees up the one team slot we need by replacing Corviknight. Because, yeah, so we stall out Focus Blasts. Then it's Hidden Power Ice. Where's Garchomp? Hidden Power Ice. Thunderbolt, Hidden Power Ice, Thunderbolt, Hidden Power Ice, Thunderbolt. Until it's out of Hidden Power Ice, then it starts clicking counter. And then it goes for Thunderbolt, ideally. There is, in theory, a world where it goes for more counters, but that's pretty fucking unlikely because HP Ice sees a killing roll on Garchomp most of the time. All this to dodge a fucking 30%, man. Okay, yeah. And then this lets us get the Excadrill kill on Ampharos. So the question is, with Noivern, what held item would we want to give it? Citrus berry? I suppose we should also probably confirm Woodhammer into Grassy. Endeavor, thankfully, isn't a priority move. Yeah. I don't think it ever clicks Endeavor once we knock it into a low enough HP range, right? Because Endeavor can't kill us. So once we hit it with Air Slash once, let's assume we don't have Life Orb. Let's assume we have Citrus Berry. Because, yeah, as long as it thinks that we can kill it, it can't click HH. Or not HH, Endeavor. Okay. The nice thing also, I think, is if we accidentally have Ampharos swap out on us on the turn we put Excadrill onto the field, it brings in Obstagoon anyways, and then we beat Obstagoon with Garchomp like we would, and then Garchomp shows a fast kill to Ampharos at that point, so it would just bring in Wobbuffet anyways. Yeah. I'm so certain this works. I'm a little nervous about it, but I'm like virtually certain it works. Because, like, even with Rillaboom receiving, like, grassy terrain healing, yeah, we can literally Air Slash, Roost, Air Slash, Roost, Air Slash, repeat until it dies. Okay. Then, yeah, it's never you. It should always be you. Yeah. Which does make this safer for Roserade in end board. So that's nice. Because we still want Roserade with Life Orb, so that way it can Toxic Wobbuffet and then Leaf Storm kill Tentacruel. We do also kind of have the option where Roserade could still Toxic Rillaboom. Since Noivern is faster than it, Rillaboom gets locked into clicking Grassy Glide. We could give Noivern a Lepa Berry. I think that would actually be safer. Because Roserade never ends up in a situation where it, like, what's the words I'm looking for here? Roserade taking a critical hit high horsepower from Rillaboom and then a critical hit Sludge Bomb from Tentacruel and using Life Orb, Leaf Storm never dies. Oh shit, we're out of tunes. Oh no, we're not. Something about this feels wrong, but I think it works. Yeah. So in this world, we give Excadrill the protective pads, so that way it never procs static. And yeah, we just need to, like, use Frost Breath into Super Fang. I do need to confirm that counter works on Super Fang, though. Counter works on Super Fang, correct? wait for someone to answer me, which could be never. I don't want to wait that long. We don't happen to have any bunheads in chat right now who know the answer to this question, do we? It should. I was gonna say it should, right? Here, wait. Let me check Silcalc to see if Ampharos has a chance of clicking. What's the question? Super Fang is counterable, right? I just want to make sure that, because see, it doesn't show Super Fang as an option here. Now the music's loud. It was quiet earlier. Because we need to make sure that Ampharos doesn't swap out against Walrein. Once it's down to, like, only counter. And I'm pretty sure it can click counter, can it? Okay. Spirit of Fate says that Mirror Coat works on Nature's Madness. So a guy, PP, stalled, down to just counter versus a thing whose only physical move is Super Fang wouldn't proc switch AI, right? Assuming no other move showed a KO. Because if I can confirm this, we're good. Other nice thing to note is, I'm pretty sure counter has a base 6. It does. Oh, that's true, actually. Oh, yeah, it is always a default +6. Huh. It's still wouldn't be ineffective. Yeah, no, you're totally right. I thought that you needed to have a move of the attacking type for it to have any usage. Okay. Yeah, so that should do it. Silcalc fails me once again. I wonder if I replace this with, like, Rock Smash. Yeah, okay, it just doesn't show it. Okay. Get Break out of here. Okay. Dumbest line of your life, but we've got it. The thing you need to desperately try to avoid is showing it KO with Frost Breath, which is actually spooky given your other Switch AI HP requirements. Well, because Frost Breath can never crit, because it's an auto crit move. So it always does 31 to 37%, never puts it into half HP. And then Super Fang, and then once Super Fang procs, its HP is low enough. Yeah, wait, how is Frost Breath an issue here? Because, yeah, if it sees a KO, if it sees that we KO it with Frost Breath, at that point it doesn't matter. Because counters, like because its HP is below 50%, so it can't swap. Right? Ah, true. Okay, yeah, I was getting mixed with... Yeah, no, you were getting mixed with the thing, like, the opposite of what we were trying to set up last time. Okay, counter does work on Super Fang. Cool. Not that it matters, thankfully. Okay. So in that case, it is open with Rose, use Toxic, swap to Noiv, spam Roost until KO. In this world, I think we give Noivern Lepa Berry. Because the nice thing is that Rillaboom will get stuck clicking Grassy Glide. Reminder that Frost Breath rolls the damage because it's guaranteed crit. What do you mean rolls the damage? Like the AI rolls with crit damage? Because yeah, the calculator auto sets Frost Breath to crit. Yeah, I know how much AI sees how much damage you do, which also includes situations like focus energy and a high crit move, or focus energy and a scope lens. Yeah, okay. Side D is dumb enough to work. Because, yeah, once its HP is low enough, it can't click Endeavor. We're faster than it, so it just gets stuck clicking Grassy Glide. The nice thing is that Noivern is also likely to swap in on a high horsepower. Oh, for purposes like sure crit stuff, it no longer looks at stuff like max rolls for Switch and AI. It's a random roll. That's wacky. Yeah, thankfully that's not relevant here because we're not doing that. Shit though. Yeah, I guess I'm glad I'm not relying on that right now. Really glad I learned about that this late in the game. Okay. This should be fine. Equip not Corv, but Noiv with Lepa Berry. Equip Exca with Soft Sand. Ooh. Hold on. Okay, Grassy Glide does a bit, but not that much. Wait, no, Grassy Glide's a priority move. So it hits us before we roost anyways. Didn't even think about that. So I guess the main thing is like we swap it on high horsepower. It probably still has enough HP to go for a wood hammer at that point. Surprised you didn't learn that versus Shell. Honestly, Shell was back before I like properly understood how this game worked. We kind of lucked our way through a lot of that fight. Yeah. Like... Yeah, I've also only fought Shell once. It would notably take a minute for Rillaboom. Like, damage there is pretty high. Maybe the safer bet is for Noivern too. Because Roserade's slower than Rillaboom, so we can't force it into Grassy Glide mode. So I have some worries. I guess the question is, how long does it take before Rillaboom's HP gets down to 73%? So worth noting, grassy terrain healing happens before toxic. So let's assume 271 divided by Or, hold on now, we'll do... Yeah, no. 271 divided by 16. 271. Because Noivern could definitely fight this guy 1v1, but if we use Roserade as the opener, Noivern can beat it and have full HP at the end. And then still always bait an Ampharos on exactly the move we want. But the thing I'm worried about is, like, if we come in and we get hit by, like, Woodhammer. Okay, because we're coming in on a high horsepower. And then if it goes for Woodhammer, we could just click Tailwind that turn. We could just click Tailwind to do nothing. And then start roosting. Because at that point, it'll probably be at Grassy. Because let me see. 271 times 1 divided by 16. So first we lose 16. Then on the following turn, we gain 16. And we lose 33. 238. We need to get it down to 198. We then gain 16. And we lose 50, 204. Okay, we don't need a Lepa Berry, I suppose. If we do this, we could grab, not Life Orb, but, Sharpbeak. Puts top end at, 87, just 236. Which at that point, I think we still need to Tailwind. Hold on. Because there's also a small chance if, like, Roserade gets crit by high horsepower, it could go for Woodhammer on the switch-in. Though I suppose worth noting, actually, if we get hit by high horsepower, which we would, it would take a bit of recoil damage. Yeah. So I think as long as we're holding Sharpbeak, it's always happening, right? So, 2-turn Toxic. Because we're down a quarter max HP, or a 16th. We regain it. 271 minus... Okay. So, turn 2 Toxic, we get healed back to full, we lose 33, goes down to 238, and then we would get hit by Woodhammer, which would drop it down. At least 300 HP with a small turbocharger. I had the opposite issue, actually. I treated everything like crit AI up until Sri corrected me when I was planning my E4. I spent so long learning the game at Shell, it just cemented in my head. Very funny. That's a nightmare, though. That's so awful. Oh, God. That feels so inconsistent. I'm shocked that you didn't find a point where it's like, well, that didn't work how I feel like it was supposed to. Okay, so if Noivern swaps in on Woodhammer, we're immediately good to start clicking Roost. If Noivern swaps in on high horsepower, we click Tailwind. And that should do it. If swap in on... Although... Maybe we Tailwind anyways? Yeah, I think we always want to take the one Woodhammer, right? Because I do need to consider how many turns does it take for Rillaboom to die in the slowest number of turns, because we only have so many Roosts. So that's Okay. 271 minus 33. It then goes to 3. Sorry, this is really annoying to do the math on because you have to remember it heals first, it then loses. So in this case, it would be plus 16 minus 50 plus 16 minus 67 plus 16 minus 80, not 87, 84 plus 16 minus 101. It is actually exactly 6 turns still. Just funny. But yeah, like we swapped to Noivern on... I suppose once it enters Grassy Glide mode, we can just click Tailwind once, because having Tailwind up doesn't affect anything. Noivern's faster than everything on their side of the field anyways. Yeah, okay. We just alternate like Tailwind Roost. I love being able to turn Grassy Glide being a priority move against them. Okay, so in that case, we need to give Noivern... I mean, do we need to give it the Lepa Berry then? Or do we just... I mean, Sharpbeak, or do we just give it... Lepa? 98. Because we should always be fine taking the one Woodhammer, right? Because, like, it's 6.9. Okay. Sorry. 271 minus, I believe I established it was 33. Yep, minus 33. Minus, I assume Woodhammer is 1/3 damage. Where's my fucking... There we go. Yeah, 33% recoil. Round down. So... what is 57 divided by 3 is 19 minus 19 comes out to 219. It's getting crit by Woodhammer twice in a row doesn't do anything to us. Yeah, I think we're safe to do... But why would we even need Lepa Berry, right? Like... I suppose maybe to fight Ludicolo? Yeah, I think we can do this with Lepa. If swap in on... Yeah. Because we can always live 2 crit Woodhammers, we don't need to roost. Wait, no. Because if we take 2 crit Woodhammers and then it Grassy Glides into us, we die. Yeah, okay, we want Sharpbeak. Yeah. Okay, if swap in on H horsepower, use Tailwind. If not, skip to step 5. Okay. So we are going to swap to Basque, swap to Exca, repeat to PP stall focus blast. I think I just need to like write down do the PP stall right, idiot. Or I could just manually write it down. That's Hidden Power Ice 1. Focus Blast. Swap to Basque. Swap to Exca. Swap to Basque, swap to Exca, swap to Basque. Repeat until 0. Until blast stalled. Until F blast 0 PP. Swap to Gark. Yeah, because once it's out of... Well, no. We can do Excadrill and Wall Rain Loop. Because Hidden Power Ice. Yeah. And then we do that until... runs out of Hidden Power Ice before it runs out of Thunderbolt. Yeah, so we do swap to Gark, to Waller, repeat until Thunderbolt 0 PP, swap to Gark, swap to Waller, repeat. Yeah, because we run out of... Wait. Not until Thunderbolt 0 PP, until HP Ice 0 PP. Because, yeah, there is 20 between Focus Blast and Hidden Power Ice and 24 Thunderbolts. Depends how you feel about Lewis scripts for your runs, but there's a PP tracker script. I didn't know that there was a PP tracker script. There is a part of me that feels like that's maybe cheating a little bit, which is so fucking goofy to say, because, like, come on. Okay. But yeah, so once they run out of Hidden Power Ice, Wall Rain baits counter... Or no, Wall Rain baits Thunderbolt into Garchomp. Garchomp baits counter into Wall Rain. I do wonder if we pre-damage slightly, so that way Ampharos always goes for HP Ice, but I don't know if that fucks with our ranges, right? Because, like... Counter... Thunderbolt... Because, like, we're always baiting HP Ice. So, one thing to note, oh no, it can absolutely counter against, no, it can't. So, Ampharos never counters into Basculegion because we're a ghost type, and it can never counter into Excadrill because we show a one-hit KO with high horsepower. which is really cool. And then it could counter against Walrein. I am actually kind of worried that we might get unlucky and take too many counters. Worth noting, I suppose, we can heavily pre-damage these guys, actually, and they will eventually heal up, won't they? Yeah, we can literally pre-damage Garchomp down to like 2, and every turn it baits Hidden Power Ice over counter, because Hidden Power Ice is a kill. But I need to be smart about this again, and I don't like being smart. Yeah, no, it's annoying because any turn Walrein's on the field, because we need Walrein to have enough HP to bait Thunderbolt, right? Worth noting, we can also kind of use Basculegion during the HP ice baiting. Honestly, we give Basculegion a like a Figgy Berry. We actually might not even need Walrein at that point. Like, I'm not stupid here, right? Yeah, no. Because, like, Hidden Power Ice does at most 15% on it. Technically a little less. Export, import. Why is this such a fussy pre-damage? This should be so easy. Oh shit, golly, thank you for the raid. Like, God, I'm confusing myself, I feel like. Like, it shouldn't be this complicated. I do think we give Basculegion a Pinch Berry, and we use it to PP stall the HP Ice as much as possible. And then, like, we just have to pre-damage Garchomp a lot. Oh, thank you very much for the follow, literally, Sophia. We're doing really annoying Pokemon math right now. Because, like, yeah, once Ampharos is out of Focus Blasts, it has to... Yeah, like, you bait Thunderbolt into Garchomp. You bait Hidden Power Ice. Do the loop. Do the shimmy shimmy. Yeah. I think we're fine. There are 20 counter PP. We have to get really fucking unlucky to run out of counter PP. So I guess at that point, what do we pre-damage Garchomp to? Like, counter is pretty dang likely if you're not showing a KO in front of the Bask. It can't click counter on Basculegion because we're immune to it. It's a fighting type move. God, am I really going to end this stream with only one fight done? Okay, let me look at the AI for counter. So, true, ghost type W, yeah. So, okay, if your Pokemon has only moves of the corresponding damage type, only physical moves for counter, only special moves for Mirror Coat. Worth noting, we can teach Garchomp Hidden Power Ground just to give it a special attacking move to decrease the odds of counter getting boosted usage. AI is faster, which is not the case. Your Pokemon knows a status move. -1, 25% of the time. Huh. Interesting. Yeah. And worth noting, Walrein knows a status move. So, additional -1. Yeah. Like, we just need to make sure we get out the last Hidden Power Ice against Walrein. Because in this world, if we're using Basculegion for a bunch of the PP stall, we could afford to pre-damage Walrein a little bit. No, because we don't want to risk getting a huge counter into our face. We should also really quickly do the math on Frost Breath plus Super Fang into Ampharos. So let's see. 252 divided by 16 comes out to 15.7. 252 minus 79 plus 15 divided by 2 plus 15 comes out to 109. And that's lowest roll on Frost Breath. And 109 is like, yeah, 43%. Plus another 15. 124. 49% below half max HP. Because that would be Frost Breath plus heal, Super Fang plus heal, Swap plus heal. We could, in theory, also just have Walrein click Frost Breath twice, now that I think about it. Hell, maybe even 3 times, depending. Like, we could Frost Breath into Super Fang. Just to really make sure we get it. Like, the Fire Blasts are free. Most of the HP Ices are free. Because, like, how low would we get Garchomp's HP to, right? Like... This is probably totally fine, but it scares me. Does pre-toxic cause risk? On the Garchomp? Complicated. Because it would swap out, get healed, lose the HP. True, it would let us sit at a persistent sub-maximum HP. And at that point, actually, if we didn't pre-toxic, well, no, if we pre-poisoned, we'd take too much damage. So, I mean, like, 265 divided by 16. 265 minus 16 comes out to 249, which is virtually all rolls. I think we might end up taking too much from Obstagoon, though. I think at that point, if we got crit by Obstagoon, because it would be crit 1/16, 1/8. I think that would put us too low, and Tentacruel would potentially see an out damage on us. Like 265 divided by 8. Because it's 249 would be our HP. We would come in on Obstagoon on a healthy, close combat, critical hit, does 108. Also, I think us being toxic increases the odds it uses Obstruct. Your Pokemon is poisoned, burned, or cursed. AI is poisoned, burned, cursed. Okay. It does look like we make it +1, and then they make it -2 for being burned. So it would be +5 usage, so it would never go for it. So, good to know. So, we established 249. We take critical hit, healthy close combat. Yeah, -108. We then lose toxic, regain. We then lose 33. Brings us down to 108. Yeah, that shows like 90% to Scald. So definitely can't do that. Like, there's no way Ampharos uses counter 20 times. There's simply no way. It would need to use it a lot. And I'm pretty sure its usage sits at around like 33%. Because we can pre-damage Garchomp a bunch and use it as our HP Ice Baiter, and every time it comes in, it gets a 16th of its max HP back. I think we could straight up set it down to like an 8th max HP. Okay, so repeat until Thunderbolt 0 PP. Use F breath. Use F breath. Use S fang. Swap to Exca. KO with high horsepower. All this for a 30% chance. But yeah, no, as long as we use Frost Breath twice and then Super Fang, we don't actually need to worry that much about counter damage. I think we could pre-damage Wall Rain down to like 50, couldn't we? Because, like, let's assume Min roll on both Frost Breaths into Super Fang. Plus, once it like runs out of Thunderbolts, we can then sit on it and click Charm a couple times to get some HP back. So it is 252 divided by 16. 252 minus 79 comes up to 173 plus 15 minus 79 comes up to 109 plus 15 divided by 2. 62 times 2 is 124. 42%. Easy. Because, like, how many Thunderbolts do we realistically need to take, right? Worth noting that Walrein is also swapping in on HP Ice half the time. I think we could set Walrein's HP down to, like, 60%. No, because, yeah, we're... Yeah. Okay. 60%. Teach Garchomp or Break if you want to. We're not even using Dragonite here, so we don't need that. Pre-damage Waller to... 60% is like 176. Yeah. Because we can literally use Charm to get back, like, over a quarter of our max HP. Pre-damage Walrein to that. Pre-damage Gark, 2. So, with Garchomp, I want to make sure that it has full HP by the time Ampharos goes down. Also we can't teach Garchomp Hidden Power Ice, actually, or Hidden Power Ground, because we need Brick Break for killing Obstagoon. That's fine, though. Okay. Pre-damage Garchomp to, like... Because, yeah, like, Basculegion is always baiting Thunderbolt. Oh, yeah. Equip Rose with that, equip Noive with that, equip Exca with that. Equip... Gark and Waller with Shed Shell. Equip Bask with... Doesn't really matter what berry we give it, which is nice, but... Here, let me check my berries real quick. You guys can't see this, but... well, actually, wait, I can just click that button. I have to remember I don't need to worry about fiddling with numbers, or buttons nearly as much. Okay, let me see, we have the most figgy berries. I actually think Figgy is the one that affects Basculegion. Because ours has minus attack, yeah. Okay, so Wikiberry. That works. So... Equip Exca with Cherry, equip Bask with Wikiberry. Okay. I should be fine, right? Because I do wish I could confirm, does Ampharos never click counter in front of Basculegion? I'm genuinely unsure. Because if it can click counter, that does become problematic. I mean, not necessarily. We'd have to pre-damage Basculegion to show KOs to Thunder for a bit. Because I'm not allowed to test this, right? I can't just bop into the fight and send Basculegion out in front of the Ampharos and just kind of like swap it in and out to see if it ever counters. This is such a clunky line. Fuck it, what if I just beat it up with Turtonator? Turtonator swaps in on Hidden Power Ice and lives. That takes a lot from Focus Blast. And probably dies, actually. Kilo, eh? Funny enough, bringing Delmise back into the equation, we do threaten to kill with Power Whip, so it can't click counter. Like, okay, let's detect King Shield. I don't know. This fight is going to be long and mentally taxing, with like PP stalling and everything. I think I want to get the squad ready. I want to like do our pre-fight prep, and then I'm probably going to end stream. Hold on. So let's Ampharos. Let's pre-damage Garchomp to like, because it should be Hidden Power Ice on the turn we swap in. So we got 14 Hidden Power Ices to stall out. I think what's more important is the Thunderbolts, though, right? But, like... yeah, we'll set Garchomp to 35, or, like, 12.5%. So 265 times point... not 0.8. One divided by 8 times 265, so 33. Pre-damage Gark to 33 HP. This is such a dumb, weird line. But hopefully once we get through it, hopefully by like next stream, I'll have our mat line calced at least, so we can go from point A to point B. We have a lot of good tools for mat, which is really nice. Move items. Move Pokemon. We want Roserade in first. Noivern. Basculegion. Excadrill. Vara. Varley. Cool. We want everyone here to level 81. have any flyers? I do. I have Noivern. So let's go get Garchomp Brick Break. Farewell, Poison Jab. I literally never used you. Get everyone up to 81. Okay. Fly back. Give. Life Orb. Sharp Beak. A Wiki Berry. Excadrill, you want Cherry Berry, right? I want Cherry Berry so I know if it gets paralyzed or not. I want to know if all of this stupid bullshit was worth it. Havara, you kind of don't need anything. So I'm going to give you one of the shed shells. Something is glitching because I looked back over to this window and it said, welcome to the chat room 14 times. Well, welcome to the chat room. We're just really happy to have you here. Varley gets the other shed shell. Heal everyone up and then do our pre-status, or our pre-damage. Scripting. Pre-damage. Slot number 5 to 176. Pre-damage. Slot number 6 to 33. Cool. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry that we didn't get 2 fights in. That wound up being a lot more mentally taxing than I thought it was going to be, and that's frustrating. We're getting there slowly but surely. Being smart about this is better than being fast about this. We will get to Aqua Admin Mat eventually. Thank you all so much for bearing with me. Let's see who's streaming right now. Spirit's currently up. Cheesemo's currently up. Cheesemo is doing 1 death reset, and I see a level 5 Salandit, so that tells you how that's going. Goodbye from the chat room. Oh shit, hi Turtle. I'm the last person to say that too. I take like eons to plan for a fight, even the early ones. Better safe than dead. Yeah, honestly, I mostly just really want some extra time to like look around and see if I can get confirmation from anyone that counter can't be clicked against ghost types. Because if it can be clicked against ghost types, yeah, Vasculegion probably isn't good at PP stalling that. There's just a lot to consider. Next stream will be a banger. You're so good. Thanks, Hannah. Sometimes we gotta have the slow ones. Yeah, I could raid into Cheesemo. I don't know. Turtle, do you have any recommendations for me to raid into now that you're, like, here? Go I'll see who's currently running bunning, but none of my people are live? Gotcha. Shit, J-Mash is at it right now. That's funny. Ah, there's me. Right below Cheesemo. Yeah, fuck it. I'll raid J-Mash for the funnies. Hell, maybe I can ask him my question. Is it 234 or 324? Cool. I'm going to send you all off to go hang out with JMash324, a member of the Run and Bun community, amongst other things, I'm sure. One of the people who I regularly rely on to answer my stupid fucking questions. Hopefully, we clear this fight next stream. If this works how I think it does, we should be fine. It's just going to be really slow and really precise, and I will need all of you to count along with me for the PP stall. That being said, folks, thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, I have been April, she has been May, you have all been incredible, and I've fucked up the order of my outro. Catch y'all in the next one. Have a good night, folks. Send an out raid.